Thanks, everybody, for joining us this evening. Allow me to introduce our host for this evening from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Don Carson.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you two. As always, it's fun to be, gosh, it's 4 years we've been working together on this adventure, and the excitement's building. For those of you that are going to be looking at this recording after, or just for the very first time tonight, seeing this, we're super excited. Many of us that have been here have seen this company transition through, kind of like baby steps to standing up, to walking, to jogging, to eventually coming to the point where we all believe we're heading into a full-on sprint in 2020. So tonight I'd like to share a little bit of the history, a little bit where we're going, and also just right now remind everybody of this Saturday's training call where Dave Jordan will be hosting, and I recommend all of you jump on that call. There'll be some very interesting things shared and some excitement building for the Saturday training call. So let me just start off with that. Make sure you're trying to be available to watch it live or listen to it live, or of course listen to the recording on the Saturday corporate call. Okay, with that said, I've been very fortunate to be involved with this company now from August 15th, 2015. And during that journey, I've kind of witnessed as I was saying, a growing up in this industry, an industry that has in itself gone through an awful lot of growing in the last 40, 50, 60 years. In fact, one of the original largest companies to date, and still a very large company, continues to grow, continues to do presentations on a weekly basis in cities around the world. And that particular company would say to you, hey, tonight is the very first time you're seeing this. The opportunity is equally as good as it's been for anybody, even though they've been around for 40, 50, 60 years. Why I share that with you is that I believe in my heart that this company right now is positioned for some of you on this call, some of you that will know people that you'll introduce to this company from this call, to a game changer, something that could change the legacy for their families. But they're going to have to understand that it's going to take a little bit of an entrepreneurial spirit, which we'll touch on tonight, and be willing to learn and earn. Because I'll be honest with you, there is no guarantee in anything that I've done in business in my career, which I'll share a little bit about that as well. And I've also been somebody that's realized that I've had to have thick skin in most things. Thick skin in a sense that I've got to be able to take a few punches. I've got to be able to have the ups and downs of what business does for you to reap the benefits and experience the rewards that you can get from a business on your own. Now, with that said, being in business on your own for many people is thought of as a gift in itself, because you're supposedly going to be your own boss. You're going to have the ability to have some freedom. And, that in its sense is not true. The traditional business world that requires you to invest thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to employ people that don't necessarily in today's world have as much loyalty as they might have had 20, 30 years ago in business. Today's world, business has changed so that I would believe and say to you that risk is a big factor in, if you're buying a franchise, if you're buying an existing company that you're taking over, maybe from a legacy from another family that is retiring and you're moving yourself into it. I've experienced that. I purchased a company some 11, 12 years ago, which was a very good moneymaker. It had a lot of history, and it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge because the things that they did for the 30 years that they owned it beforehand changed in the next 10 years that I've been there. So I've witnessed a lot of the traditional challenges in business. And what I'd like to share with you tonight is the home-based business, the non-intrusive, the very risk, I don't know if the word I'm trying to pick here, the very unrisky industry, because this industry is full of dreamers. It's full of people that get to do what they say they're going to do and fulfill those obligations without having to, put their entire wealth on the line. They're signed personal guarantees. This industry is full of you trying to find the right company with the right products, the right reward system, the right management team, and system that you could plug people into and feel comfortable plugging those people into. So tonight, what I'm going to share with you as I change my screen to a PowerPoint presentation is something that we are getting very, very comfortable sharing, which is the word valentis. And valentis in itself is a description of the word prevail. The Latin term for valentis is to prevail. And when we really got our head around this company, the people that are involved with this today, we really got our head around the fact that, you know, our owner, our CEO, has allowed us now to prevail in any aspect of this company and its products and its opportunity that we choose. Is it the products and the benefit? Is it the time it can allow you to spend with your family because you start earning and learning with income being generated out of your home or from your phone or from your tablet or from your computer? Or is it from you just basically getting your health back? And as I look at my journey here and my journey with my wife, Nancy, you know, this is the first thing we've ever done together. Most of what we've done has always been her doing something, me doing something, or me doing something else. And being so busy that I really didn't see a lot of my young sons growing up days because I was traveling so much in terms of a company that I had sold to a New York Stock Exchange company, and they had me traveling around the world. I was on TV. I was doing the shopping channel out of Toronto. I was traveling every month and every week to be able to do these online stores. My kids used to say hello to me and say goodnight to me through the television set. And so why do I share that with you? Because I physically have seen a lot of different ways of business being done. And I've moved a lot of products with my wife, but I've physically witnessed what that means to an entrepreneur. Sometimes you got to give up a few things. But I've also seen the ups and downs of what it means to be in business, which is near bankruptcy, and obviously during that journey, relationships that get changed and promises that were made to me by business owners. I physically have experienced it all. And my journey has led me to a kind of an eye-opener that said, man, what if everything fell apart? What if, you know, I didn't come home from this boating accident that Nancy and I were in back in 2014? What would have happened to the lifestyle that our kids were so accustomed to, with the homes and the cars and the boats and the snowmobiles and the trips? And what would have happened? It would have went away, because I now understand more than ever that the most important thing that we can share amongst our friends, our colleagues, our family members is number one, health, because without health you have nothing, but it's cash flow. And so when I really understand this slide, and when I get my head around the fact that, you know, there are 93% of the world's population that is supporting about 7% of the world's population. There's this small group of people that have the ability to earn so much money off of so many people. When you really relate that to the billionaires of the world that are controlling so much of our economy and controlling so much of who we are and what we actually create our own wealth from, which is jobs, which ultimately means just over broke, unfortunately. I look at this slide and I like to teach this concept now. I like to teach the concept to everybody that I know, that there's so many people out there, 93% of the world's population, that would be happy with an extra $200, $300, $400, $500 a month of cash flow. So when I look at my opportunity that I'm presenting to you here this evening, I don't want you to think in terms of making $1 million. I want you to think in terms of what could that $1 million in the bank earn me in interest in the form of cash flow. And once you understand that concept, you can be excited about helping somebody make $500 extra a month. Because if you do the math based on 2% interest on $1 million on deposit, $500 extra a month would be like having $250,000 in the bank. It would be like saying, man, you know, what would I do with that $250? We'd probably spend it. And the challenge with us earning more money and having a large sum of money, they've done studies on people that have won lotteries and they go bankrupt within 3, 4, 5 years because they don't know what to do with the money. They can't control it. My son, my almost 21-year-old son, said to me last night when we were carrying something down to our basement, he says, Dad, if I won the home lottery, which is a hospital thing, I couldn't keep the house because I could not afford to keep the house. The house would have to be sold for the cash because there's no way you could handle the insurance and the taxes and all of the things that go with owning things that are more valuable, right? Cars and boats and so on. So that's a long way to describe for all of you on this call tonight, and those of you watching it after, get excited about helping the masses of the population earn some cash flow. And if you can relate that to our business, the fact that we're helping people get time, money, and freedom, and the freedom can be in the form of just getting off the couch and getting their life back and being excited about having the ability to actually move again for many people. And I'm not saying there's any guarantee in any of our products doing any of that for you, but I can tell you right now that good health costs money and bad health costs more. So why wouldn't you want to put some money into your own self rather than just a handbag or a new pair of shoes? Yes, we reward ourselves. We reward ourselves for the successes that we have along the way. Everybody should do that. I mean, I just rewarded myself with a new snowmobile. I did, because I wanted it. I hadn't bought a new one in probably 6 years, and it was time for me to reward myself on some of the progress and some of the successes I've had. So you can reward yourself, but if you don't reward yourself with helping your health improve, I think you've got yourself on the wrong side of the equation. So when we share Valentis, I share Valentis with this slide in mind, that the majority of the population, once again, as sad as it is to say, will outlive their money. They're going to have to find a way to support themselves going back to work in some job that they probably would never even imagine they would do, just to be able to create a little bit of cash flow, have something to do. And again, it's not the way it has to be if you go to a plan B. And the plan B for many of us is to get inspired. Get inspired by people like this young woman who has 100% of her life left, and she's 97 years old. She's a motivator for so many, because she's not going to sit around and do nothing. She's out there inspiring generation after generation that you don't have to sit still. You can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it, because she and I believe exactly what I'm sharing with you tonight. We all have 100% of our life left. It comes down to this question: what do you want to do with it? Are you going to lay awake at night and worry about finances and health? Or are you going to take matters into your own hands and look for solutions? Are you going to attach yourself to an industry that's not going away, an industry that we know has about 79 million people sitting on the sidelines looking for a home just like Valentis? Folks, if this opportunity that I share with you tonight is not for you, or those of you that watch this recording after, find something. Find a plan B. Find something that allows you to generate cash flow for your family, that lets you be the brand, lets you be the spokesperson, lets you tell the story of what you love about what you're doing. If you can do that, the couple on the right, as opposed to the celebrity on the left that's paid to sell a product, now, yes, we get rewarded to market a product, but it's only after we truly believe in our hearts that we're in the right place at the right time, and we have the product, the vehicle, the timing, and the training, and the commitment structure to do what we want to do, which is share good value. Right? If you can get your head around that, find a company. If it's Valentis, well, welcome to Valentis. Because here, this company is going to allow you to prevail in many, many different ways. It's backed up by a man that I was on the phone with earlier on today, which is, again, Dave, this kid in a candy store type kid, he's so darn excited about Saturday. He's so darn excited about what he's got planned. He's so darn excited about what's coming here in the next little bit and where we're going in 2020. It's like nothing we've done in the last 5 years has happened. That's Dave Jordan. When you get to know him, you'll understand those words. You know, his philosophy is to maintain a debt-free company so that we have a company, so that every Friday we do get paid, so that at noon my phone goes bing and I got a check being deposited somewhere as a result of the activities that are generated. I love that about him. He's taken this company and created it and set it up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's a 5-year debt-free company, and folks, it grew 1,000% in 2019. That in itself is exciting, because they looked at the industry of weight loss, they've looked at the health industry, they've looked at everything that people are doing not naturally, and they're trying to find a solution. And if you look at weight loss, the solutions are many. But the most important thing about weight loss is dietings don't work. You've got to understand that the thing you need to do to lose weight is don't do anything different, right? Don't do something that is so difficult to do you can't keep doing it. Well, I'll say this to all of you on this Zoom call. You're going to drink coffee if you drink coffee, probably to the day you die. Most of you that drink coffee or know somebody that drinks coffee, I'll promise you this, they're thinking of that coffee before they get out of bed in the morning, before their feet touch the ground. That's reality. So if you can create a coffee that helps cut cravings and and gives you control. And that's the key word, control. See, dieting is not a control that you'll stick to. Dieting is a step you will take to lose weight that you'll fall off of and gain all your weight back. It's proven time and time again. The amount of people that drink coffee is in the billions. The amount of cups of coffee that are consumed daily is in the billions. The amount of people that are overweight in the world are in the billions. So when you can attach these two multiple billion-dollar industries together, you have a home run. And CEOs of the world recognize that. I mean, gosh, McDonald's has changed their name to McCafe. Dunkin' Donuts puts a coffee in their logo. It used to be a donut, and Subway's got a great coffee that lots of people love. And this company is a Canadian institution that really, sold a number of years ago for $11.4 billion. It started by an ex-NHL hockey player named Tim Horton, and now he's got this huge world. Well, he doesn't live anymore, but the people that bought the company from there, got this billion-dollar entity. And here's a brand that we all know. We walk into the store, it smells amazing, but somehow they get us to spend $5 on a cup of coffee. Why do I share that with you? It's not going away. The industry is not going away. In fact, it's growing at 19% a year. It's the second largest or most consumed beverage in the world next to water. It's just not going away. So when you can attach weight loss to it, it's a home run. Me and myself, just as an example, this slide here shows a picture of me. I say it's hugging the world because that's what I do. Wherever I go, I hug the world. But I always ask myself this question when I'm talking to people. I said, does your coffee help you lose weight? Does your coffee pay you to drink it? And is your business growing as a result of the coffee you drink? I mean, mine does. That's just one example. But what I really love to share with people is the amount it cost me to lose the 16 pounds I did and maintain all these years, right? It was $7.50 a pound. Now, I'm going to drink coffee all the time. I enjoy it. It's part of my life. I enjoy what it does for me. I enjoy the feeling I have from my Valentis coffee. If somebody says to me, well, am I going to keep losing weight and be, weigh nothing? No, your body will tell you what weight it wants to maintain. And so just keep drinking your coffee. You're going to drink coffee anyways. That's one example. But look at the examples of comparisons I gave you. Imagine if I would have spent $400 on Nutrisystem or Jenny Craig or South Beach or Weight Watchers, those different ones, and that same 16 pounds would have been lost. I mean, that's the cost per pound it would have cost me. Now, it's just my way as a businessman to understand the numbers. But what I love about this example here is that, I'm able to just continuing on. I don't have to change my life. I love what I do. I drink coffee. And I have the other great products now that I've added to my regimen. Some of them on the screen here are 24/7, an incredible carb burner type product that Dr. Joe Aarons, a 2-time nominated scientist, Nobel scientist, discovered and invented and brought to us as an exclusive, which has 2 parts to it, an AM and a PM part, which allows you to have 24 hours of consumption going on through your system and burning going on in your system naturally. I love the product. Helps you sleep. We have a trim drink that you see in the picture here, which is a natural kind of a fruit drink that you mix up. I take actually just before supper time. I tend to snack a lot less at night. The bags of chips don't come out of the Costco cupboard, as I call it, from underneath the steps as much as they used to when I drink my trim. And it also makes a very good mixer for your adult beverages. I just find that. I'll have an adult beverage. I'll put a vodka in my trim. I love it. I shake it up. And guess what? I don't put my hand in the chip bowl as much if I'm at a party or so on. So Nancy and I often will have a trim or an immune or an energy in our pockets or jackets or her purse, and we'll mix them up with mixers. Love it. It's so simple. Just add water. We've got cocoa, which is an incredible drink that instead of coffee, you don't like coffee, hey, drink cocoa. We've got keto products now, keto creamer. You can add and keep your keto lifestyle. Listen, weight management is a growing entity, but the wealth of our company's future, I believe, will be on the health benefits of many of our categories of products. As I share with you the next 3 products in particular that I'm most passionate about, I'm drinking this one right now. Okay, this is the More Detox. And all I did is take that little squirter there and put 2 droppers in here. It has no taste, no smell, but it just tastes healthy. I don't know what it is. If you look at the screen here, after this Zoom, go ahead and Google Carbon 60. You could go to our ValentisProducts.com website and see many of our products and all of the ingredients to do your own research. But what's excellent about this product, folks, is that it tells you everything you need to know right there. Cellular energy and making your body more efficient. My words, Don Carson, this date, nobody else's. I'm not making a claim, I'm telling you my words. I believe with all my heart that if people consume the more detox, the Imulin, and the Max, those three, I believe personally, is the fountain of youth. I just know what it's doing for my body. I know the way my fingernails are going back, the way my skin, marks that I had on my skin are disappearing. Just my skin, the way it feels, my energy. I mean, I started a new fitness routine recently. I can't even believe I'm able to do it. Burning over 1,000 calories a workout. I don't know. There's something about these products that I know now with all my heart that I just feel that good health costs money, but guess what? Bad health, I don't want it. I'm going to fight it off as long as I can. And I believe a natural choice is a good one. So the more detox, incredible product to get your nutrients back. Get your body in a state that can be alkaline. Do your own research what that means, because I'm not going to tell you what that means. I want you to do your own research. But understand that this product probably on its own could be $1 billion product in any company. Then if you factor in the $52 billion energy industry, which is our energy drink that participates in that industry. But guess what? Ours supports the adrenal gland. It doesn't drain the adrenal gland. What drains the adrenal gland? Those products that you see at the truck stop that you shoot and 5 hours later, you got to have another, right? You're draining your adrenal gland. Our energy, you can drink it and pretty much but an hour later, drive home from the lake, as I do, go to sleep. It won't keep you up, but it gives you that consistent feeling that I can do it, right? The immune product, as you see on the right, one of my very, very early favorites of our company. It'll be part of our family forever. It's just a healthy fruit combination of superfruits, but it also has aloe vera, and aloe vera is very good for taking the stomach lining and cleaning it out a little bit so you can digest your food better. And the most important thing about health is if you can digest your food and it can go into your system better, you'll get more from the food. And that's part and parcel why this product is so important for all of us, the Imulin, which is again the second of the three that I believe personally for me is the fountain of youth, because Imulin helps the food that we eat go through our system and lets our body, with embedding from this product, something that's missing in the foods that we eat today, flavonoids. And it's kind of like taking the energy that's in the bad food and the good food that we put in our body and pulling it out and putting it into your body where it needs it. Not too much. You see, our body right now has been infested, I hate that word, but it's true, with sugar all our lives. Everything that we have on our plate around the world today has something in it that they've added, it seems like, that causes you to be addicted to the sugar. You need it, you desire it. And you know what that's doing to all of us? It's causing toxins, poisons, making us fat. And for many people, it's causing a lot of diseases, and that's sugar. So is sugar a good thing? Yes, we need energy. We need energy for our system. But what Imulin does is it chaperones the right amount of sugar to the part of your body and the places in your body it needs and takes the rest of it and brings it through. I will not live without this product. Personally, it is now become my favorite only because I've had this back issue from when we were in the boating accident for so many years that the only thing that I have been able to do to get my life back and be active and to be able to burn 1,000 calories on a workout now is this product. It's incredible. It's incredible. We have two versions of it, a C version, which is good for everyone, but in particular, it's designed to help people that have sugar issues, right? Excess sugar issues or have trouble controlling their sugars. The C is geared for those people. And the M, again, is for everyone, but it doesn't have any kind of issue with somebody that has to manage that sugar to a certain level. It doesn't spike the sugar. It just helps chaperone the excess sugar and lets you do what your body's designed to do, which is work for itself. I heard this when I was working with Dr. Joe and talking with him for hours on end. He said, at the end of the day, the body is designed to heal itself. All you need to do is give it the ability to do that. You know what causes our bodies not to be able to do that is inflammation. So when you do your own research and look around the world right now, they say one of the greatest health scares in all of our lives going forward is inflammation. Well, let's start managing it. And that's what Imulin does. So do your own research. It's, again, nominated two-time Nobel scientist Dr. Joe Aarons discovered this product and brought it to our company exclusively. We are so blessed to have it. And it's number 2 of my fountain of youth. And the third one would be the Max. And I love the Max because I believe with all my heart that blood is everything. And good blood flow is so important. And what this product does is it separates your red and white blood cells, gets them to the point where they actually start puffing up a little bit, because what this does is it adds minerals to your system with a special hydrolyzed water that's kind of like polarized, so that it splits up like a magnet, so your blood starts flowing, so your sticky blood starts unsticking, and when your blood flows, nutrients once again can move through your system. So this product helps all our products work better, and you can see it under a microscope. If you go to our valentisproducts.com, you can see it in action. So the combination of these products, folks, I call it the Fountain Youth, and don't take this the wrong way, but as a male, as we age, sometimes the fountain doesn't work like it used to. And what I've discovered now is my fountain is youthful, if that makes sense to all of you. So I love these three products. I believe that they're the fountain of youth. Now, we have another product category called Skinny Body. We acquired this company slowly but surely. They're starting to show up in our back offices. Just recently, we added the Instant Youth and our age list to our portfolio of products available. My wife and I are on this product now. There is an actual picture. It was done 2 minutes after I applied it to my face in, I believe it was Edmonton or Saskatoon about a month ago. It removes wrinkles instantly. That is the Skinny Body product called Instant Youth. Folks, people pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for products like this. We have a company that allows you to pick it out of your portfolio at the same price as everything else, the same as the Copy, the same as the Immune, the same as the Imulin, the same as the Max, the same as the More, and the more you buy, the less the price. And what I love about this is it's kind of like what my wife says, it's like Cinderella. So you can go to the ball, look amazing, get up in the morning and turn the lights off. No, think about it. Your wrinkles will be there, but when they go away for 6 or 7 hours, you can go out on a date or go out on whatever you want to do, and you'll look amazing. That's why she calls it Cinderella. It's a great product, and I believe that it's going to help a lot of people just feel good. And one of the things about feeling good is being able to look in the mirror and feel good about what you see. And that product's going to be great for that as well. Now, our company is about the $3-4 million mark here in the United States and Canada, sales-wise. Worldwide, they're at about 14 million. But when you think about the 10 million done outside of North America, we're just approaching the sweet spot of this industry, the network marketing industry. For those of you that know these numbers, you should be excited, because you're coming into a company that's 5 years old, debt-free, at the sweet spot, about to head to what we call critical mass over the next 2 years. When Valentis goes from 4 to 8 to 10 million a month in North America, we will then hit critical mass, and our company will go from 10 to 20 to 40 to 100 million a month in the North American market. And internationally, of course, it'll explode and expand massively. The timing for all of you to take advantage of our profit centers is incredible. Now, when I say timing, what I refer to is our compensation plan rewarding you for your efforts. Now, I'm not going to get into all 7. In 30 minutes, we're going to come back and go through a little more detail on the compensation plan. But right now, let me just touch on a couple of things. I describe our comp plan as a 2-part comp plan. We can say here 4 ways to make money, but let's even break it down even smaller. 2 ways we make money: immediately and residually. What's immediate income? Well, if you share your website, if you sell a 6-day experience in a market that allows you to do that, you can make immediate cash, $20 for a 6-day experience, which I'll tell you about in a little bit, or you can get what's called a fast start, $20, $40, $60, $100, or $200 for the purchase of a package from your website. That's immediate income. We also have something called leveraged income that pays you immediately. And what that is if you choose to start, which I recommend, with either a builder pack or an emerald pack, to position yourself for the maximum amount of immediate income potential possible, and you duplicate that and triplicate that, which means you bring in 3 people yourself, you're going to become what's called legacy qualified. What that does is it doubles your immediate income potential. Now you earn a $100 fast start on a builder pack or emerald pack. It's $200 on an emerald pack, and a $100 legacy code for that same person that's buying that product when they're your 4th person or beyond. So you can bring in people immediately, get fast starts, and then build yourself to a legacy qualified member, which again immediately increases your income, so you can lead towards the second way we make money, which is residually. And what residual income is, and I don't want anybody to even consider all of the details about it right now, it's no point. Until you're making immediate money and you're helping your new team member make immediate money, why complicate things? There's immediate income, residual income. Once you build a team that is earning immediate income, I promise you this. I'll promise you this. They're going to create volume from being customers, moving it through their product companies, moving it through their teams. The volume will increase. You'll have 2 teams building. One team will be bigger than the other, and the company will pay you 20% residually of the smaller team. That's when you start thinking about what's residual income. Because we have matching bonuses and car allowances, and all of that doesn't even matter today until you're helping some people make immediate money, okay? So we'll go into that a little bit more detail when we come back at 9 o'clock, but you know what? We have an app that you can download into your phone, and that app allows you to send things out and get notified when people open them up. It's a great feature. When you're an Emerald, you get that for free for this year. After that, a year from now, you're going to spend $4.50 a month if you want our app program. Folks, technology is changing. We all know that. And as I think about the word Amazon and the multi billions of dollars that this gentleman that started this company is worth today, he knocked out so many ma and pa companies. He knocked out so many big conglomerates that used to, man, when I was a kid, there used to be the Sears catalog. It was this thick that showed up at my door. That company's gone. Toys R Us, Kmart, massive companies as a result of online sales. Now, when I think about that, I think about how other industries are changing, how our kids today are looking for jobs and they're not even sure what they're going to do. Many of them are going to university, coming out of university, and what they thought they were going to university with and for doesn't exist when they come out of it. Most of you on this Zoom or watching this recording after, the job you're doing today won't exist 15 years from now. The world is changing. And so when you understand that the ability to brand yourself globally for the click of a button in social media is there, that's when I get excited about real people sharing real results. Telling your story to the world for free is amazing. So you can start here, as easy as $20 one-time activation fee. You can buy a package and get in where you fit in. We've got, packages that are 1 box, 3 items, 6 items, 16 items, or 36 items. And what I love about the 36 item pack is it gives you a 90-day return policy on all your unopened goods, and it does on all of our packages. So you can buy each of those products at the lowest cost per item and have the most amount of risk tolerance. In other words, you can save yourself all kinds of ag if you choose not to be here if your opening order was the career pack. Now, doesn't mean you can't upgrade along the way. But I do love that package. And here's one of the things that I love inside that package when it comes back is the sticks. You can currently buy 350 sticks of coffee in a builder pack situation for $575. Now, what does that do for you? Well, we can create what's called 6-day experiences. And a 6-day experience is one of our greatest tools that we've had in the last 12 months that caused massive growth for our company. Here's a chart to show you an example of taking 350 sticks, creating 58 packs of 6, and selling those for $20 and getting back basically your money, right? $575 turns into $1,100 if you take 58 times 20. But it's not about that. It's not about getting your money back that way. What we know is that out of every 58 packages, about 25 of them are going to say, well, how do I get more? And those become customers. And now they're going to start buying 1 tub, 3 tubs, 6 tubs, or some of our other products once they understand the value of them, and you're going to start making further fast starts, creating volume to be able to build a residual income, right? And if you understand that, we use an example of 3,000, which you can earn off of one of those packs over whatever timeline works for you. No race, no guarantees of anything. And if you relate that to what we've been sold and told all our lives, right? I'm going to teach you something that I learned just in the last 48 hours that I believe that with all my heart, our company allows us to do. It allows us as wellness ambassadors, a group of people that are working with a globally expanding company that helps people with 4 wellness principles: good blood flow, good digestion, brain and mental clarity and focus, and pain relief. And the byproduct of that is many of us are helping people get their lifestyle back, and they're getting control of their weight. You know what it allows us to do? Help them with their issues with their tissues. Isn't that incredible? We are working internally on all of us with issues with our tissues. This product portfolio is incredible. And for things to change, we've got to change. And for us to change and do this right, you know what? We've got to have a plan, and we've got to help each other, move each other along, be around positive people. And you can do this. You really can. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not go talk to all your friends and family and let them hate you after. This is you doing them a favor with their issues and the tissues, right? You're going through there and giving them an opportunity to do the things that they need to do to be better. And so when I share this with you, and I stop my share now, and we go back to the screen here, you know, folks, our company is so poised for explosive growth. It's had explosive growth, but I believe with all my heart we're in the right place at the right time for the biggest growth this company's ever experienced. So I challenge you to go get yourself a More Detox if you haven't. Get a glass of water, go get a coffee if you can drink coffee at night. Take a break, go to the restroom, stretch your legs, get excited, get a pen, get a paper, and maybe come back in, let's just say 23 minutes, and I'll show you what you need to do to get started. With that said, thank you so much for joining me for 36 minutes tonight as I shared with you why Valentis, why now. For those of you that see the recording after, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and we'll see you all soon. And don't forget, Saturday, the call that Dave Jordan will be hosting for the corporate call will be one of the most important calls we've ever done in our history. So looking forward to you all being on that call. And thanks for joining in tonight. Brett, I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome job, Don. You know what? I'll post the recording right away.